That's why I prefer so that I don't feel anything.
Mic check. Can I be heard, guys? If yes, just let me know in the chat window, please. Alright guys, it's 9:30 p.m. So welcome to my quiz. Mostly daily quiz, but I missed yesterday's. One second. But I missed yesterday's quiz. Got a bit busy at work, but I'm back again today. Like always, we have today 16 questions, and today I thought of doing a general quiz, which means everything under the sun can appear in today's quiz. For those of you who've been playing with me often, it's a multiple choice quiz, and the questions will appear on this live stream. And to answer, you need to answer on Kahoot. So you can either have a second tab open, you can add kahoot.it and add the game pin there. And on Kahoot, basically acts like a answer pad for you, and the faster you answer, the more points you get. So make sure that you're quick in your responses. But there's one thing to keep in mind, and that is there's 7-8 second lag between what I am doing here on my screen and what you can see. So that means I'm going to be pressing the button for the question, and so you will be seeing the options on Kahoot slightly earlier than before you see the live stream. So make sure you answer only after you've seen the question on the live stream. That is most crucial. The chat window is there for all of you to have a chat or to interact with me, but please don't reveal answers on the chat. That will just ruin the fun for everyone. And if you have all those things ready, just refresh your YouTube live stream once so that your live stream is completely up to date in terms of the lag, that you haven't fallen off the stream by a second or two. And while you do that, I'll just remove the text from the screen so it doesn't bother with your answering ability. And once that is done, I'll kickstart today's quiz. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Just give it a few more seconds for those refreshing their streams or for those just joining, and we will get underway. One thing I would like to know from you guys can tell me before the first question, that is, today I decided to do the quiz a bit early. I was trying to figure out what the best time slot is. A couple of people were saying that 10 p.m. is a bit too late for them, so it's at 9:30, but how's it going for you guys? Is 9:30 impacting you and your work, or is 10 o'clock a better time because you're already logged off from work or studies by then? Just let me know what time suits you good. Just experimenting a bit over here. So with all that said, here's the first question coming up in 5 seconds. Here's question number 1. Three-way split in terms of the guesses, but the answer is Robert Kardashian, who is a lawyer, prominent lawyer, who passed away in 2003. Well, Kardashian reached fame as the defense attorney for O.J. Simpson in the 1995 murder trial of the football player O.J. Simpson in the US. David Schwimmer played him in a recent TV show, American Crime Story, the first season, which talks about O.J. Simpson's trial. Robert Kardashian has famous kids, Kourtney, Kim, Khloe. They're all the Kardashian family. They're all his children. Here's question number 2. Most of you are saying 10 p.m. is better. I will keep that in mind moving on. 21 of you getting the right answer. It is Duran Duran. So the interesting story is that they were performing in the late 70s in Birmingham, in England, and they used to play at a pub or a music hall called the Barbarellas. And because most of the crowd would come to Barbarella's, they decided to name themselves after a character in the sci-fi film Barbarella called Dr. Durand Durand. So they just dropped the last D from that name and they stuck with Durand Durand. 21 of you getting that right. Here's question number 3. Many of you going for Nasik, but the answer is Srinagar. The Sri in Srinagar is another name for Lakshmi, and that's how the city gets its name. Good job to the 18 of you got it right, including the leader. We have Chug coming up to number 2. Here's question number 4. Majority of you getting this right. It is indeed Socrates. That is the plant hemlock, which he consumed to kill himself in 399 BC. The philosopher Socrates. We have a new 3rd, 4th and 5th place. Here's question number 5. 31 of you choosing the right option, which is Cash. James Cash Penney was his name, and quite a fitting middle name. Here's question number 6. Pangolin is the correct answer. In fact, it's for India as well is the most trafficked animal. Pangolins can be found in India and they are most often trafficked. 34 of you getting that right. Pretty high scoring quiz so far. A couple of people haven't yet missed a question. Here's question number 7. Gautam says that he's seeing question 5. Gautam, your stream might be a tad slow. Just see if you're live or not. Only 5 of you getting the right answer. It is mandolin, the kitchen equipment being the mandoline, which ends with an E. You'll find them in restaurants and in some people's houses as well. It's a sharp object used to cut food. Only 5 of you getting it right. Here's question number 8, the last question of the first half. Back to normalcy, as most of you get this answer right. It is Ronald Reagan and Pope John Paul II. Well, Reagan was a guy called John Hinckley Jr. tried to kill Reagan in 1981, but Reagan survived. Instead, James Brady, a Secret Service agent, passed away with a gunshot wound. After that, the Brady Act was announced by the US, which gives stricter punishments to murders of government officials or Secret Service agents or FBI agents. Pope John Paul survived the attempt, and interestingly, a few years later, he even forgave the person who tried to kill him. In fact, Pope John Paul survived 2 attempts in 81 and 82. 32 of you getting that right. And V has moved up to second. Here's question number 9, the first question of the second half. Eighteen of you get that right. It is Margaret Bourke-White, the American photographer. She started off as an industrial photographer, taking pictures of factories and skyscrapers in the 1920s, but came to India in the late 1930s and early 1940s and took this iconic photo of Mahatma Gandhi in front of his. 18 of you getting that right. Second and third exchange places. Here's question number 10. Less than a quarter of you get that right. It is Chile. The legislative capital is Valparaiso, which means Paradise Valley in Spanish. Good job to the dozen who get it right. Here's question number 11. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is correct. Well, this was in the Feb 2003 episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer when Willow tells Buffy, "Have you Googled her yet?" That's the first time the term Google as a verb came about. And since then, it's come into all of our lexicons as a word which basically is a synonym for search. Question number 12. Most of you went for Huckleberry Finn. Interesting. That is 1885, but War and Peace was 1869. Black Beauty, I think, was the 1890s, and I think Heidi might have been the late 1880s or early 1890s. So War and Peace is the right answer. 13 of you getting that spot on. Here's question number 13. Split between the first three options, but the answer is Kabir. In fact, the question was about who wrote the lyrics for the tune of Darshan Do Ghanshyam, but the answer was Surdas, not Kabir. Aramis was one of the three musketeers. Bow and arrow was about what god Rama has in his hand. And Colt, I think the question was about the inventor of the handgun. But Kabir was not the one correct answer. That was Surdas. Sahil's moved up to third. Here's question number 14. Libya's correct answer. Libya used to have a completely green flag till 2011, but it changed to this one after 2011. 23 of you get the correct answer there. That was question 14, including the top three. Good job, guys. Here's question number 15. My friends from Kerala will be disappointed to hear that Malayalam does not feature in the logo of Wikipedia. You can see Kannada, Bengali and Tamil in some form or the other here. That was question number 15, which 17 of you got right. And before the last question, just want to say thanks to all of you for joining. After the last question, I'm just going to be dropping the WhatsApp group chat link on the chat window, where you can join, find out when the next quiz is happening. No spam, just announcement of when the quiz is happening, so feel free to lurk on the group. I heard from many of you that 10 p.m. is still the preferred time, so I'll maybe switch back to 10. But I might just experiment a bit with timings over the next few days. That said, here's question number 16. split between three options mostly, but the answer is Marty, the 1955 winner, I think, of the Best Picture Oscar, at just 1 hour and 28 minutes long. If anyone wants to guess what the longest winner is, feel free to let me know on the chat window. I will reveal that in 10-15 seconds. And while I just reveal the results, here's the link of WhatsApp chat group, which is on the chat window. Please join it to stay updated with when the next quiz is happening. And here are the results. Coming in third today, we have, drum roll, Sahil with 11 correct answers. Second with 12 correct answers, Chuk, but winning with 14 out of 16 correct is Blah Blah. Congratulations to all of you. Here's how the others did. Fourth was OG, V was fifth, and I'll just show you how the rest of you did as well, so you guys know where you stand. And while the results are coming, let's see. Sixth was PJ, seventh was Mayor McCheese, Basement Spiff was 8th, QED 9th, and Sanvi 10th. I'll just be showing all the other results, but guys, feel free to drop off the live stream whenever you think you're done for the day. Don't forget to join the WhatsApp group, because that's the best way to stay updated. And thanks a lot to all of you who joined me for today's quiz. Hope to see you guys every day as well. Till then, enjoy the rest of your evening.